Hello everybody and welcome to the first introductory episode of Tea Time with Sally. So what I would love you to do before you join me each week is to get yourself a lovely cup of tea. So this is a teacup, and in England we don't move our little pinky up like this that everybody goes, oh, let's have a nice cup of tea. We actually normally drink out of bone china mugs, but now and again you get your teacups out, but you don't put your pinky up in the air. And this is called a teapot, and this makes a lovely sound when you pour the tea. Can you hear that? That's steam coming off. I'm not going to drink my tea out and burn my mouth. And grab yourself some decent tea bags. These are Taifu. No, they're not paying me to tell you this, but anyway, go to the supermarket, see if you can find some English style tea bags. Barry's, that's an Irish company, they make great tea bags, but you should see something in your supermarket now that has a British flag on it or something. But get some real tea and make it in a teapot with boiling water. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'm going to be calling you all fellow artists because you are artists. You just might have forgotten that, because you might have noticed that children know that they're little art geniuses, and you might have forgotten that you are one. So I am here to remind you of that fact and rekindle that passion for art, or keep it in your children. So gather the family round the video each week and learn along with me. So every week I'm going to be teaching you little tidbits and lessons on art and different medias and all sorts of fun things. So it'll be only a short 5-minute thing, so you don't have to go, oh, we need to block off an hour of time to listen to that crazy English lady. So a few of the things I'm going to teach you, I'm just reaching back here, is the difference. Like, this is an oil painting. This is one of mine. I'm just proving to you that I actually can paint, because you might not believe me. I did go to art school. I have a degree in art from Loughborough College of Art and Design in England, and that was where I grew up, if you thought I was from Brooklyn or something. And this is, if you can see it, I don't want the light to shine it. This is an acrylic. They look extremely similar, don't they? But most of the time people think acrylic paint is bright, loud colors like pop art. If you know the Andy Warhol baked bean can and Marilyn Monroe pictures. But that's just because he was using those particular colors. Acrylic paint and oil paint have exactly the same colors. It's just how the artists use them. So depending on the artist, you will find that an oil painting and an acrylic can look very, very similar. And here's a sunset, a watercolor sunset, and I'll be teaching you all about using watercolors, what they are, how to use them, some little fun projects that you can experiment and play with. This is another acrylic of mine. This is one of my favorites. I love children and beaches, and the ocean is one of my favorites. And then we'll also be going into like pen and ink stuff. So this is a quick fun thing I did with watercolors and a pen. And if you want to go and look at some fun ink illustrations, get some old Winnie the Pooh books, nothing that has Disney on it, but the original Winnie the Pooh books were illustrated by a man called Ernest Shepard, who is one of my favorite illustrators. And there are these charming pen and ink pictures, or maybe just pen, depending on the edition you have, of Pooh and Piglet and all the animals, and those are absolutely charming, and it's fun to do, and it's a very quick medium. But I grew up very, very close to where that book was set. It's called 100 Acre Wood, but it's actually called Ashdown Forest, and you can go there and walk through the woods, and you can play Pooh sticks and all sorts of things. So that is about it for the first lesson. I don't want to babble on and have you all bored out of your minds, but those are some of the things we're going to be talking about. And so your first order of business is to go and find some good tea bags, or maybe you have some loose tea, so you have to strain that, otherwise you get chewy lumps as you're drinking your tea. So join me each week. I'm very excited to get you all excited about art, because art is fun and it should never be tedious and boring, and you should never feel intimidated. Some people think that art is just for those gifted, snooty people that think everybody else is not allowed to do what they're good at. But you can become very good at this, and I will be teaching you little things each week that you can do to build up your confidence and then jump in and start playing again, which is what your children do all the time. So have a fun week. Go and hunt out those tea bags. You can always go online and get some. And come back next week with your mug or your teacup, pot of tea, and ready to learn something fun. Okay, take care. Have a good week.